Hello everyone, and this is the fourth time we've tried to make this video tonight. Fucking Bullguard Internet Security wouldn't let me create a file on my own fucking computer. Switch that fucker off now. You're disabled for that, and I'm cancelling my account, so don't buy it. This is my first impressions, or my impressions anyway, of Tom Clancy's The Division beta. I've already done this video 4 fucking times now, and getting pissed off now. But anyway, let's get into the Division beta. Runs last weekend we'll say, just at the weekend there, so we'll be going out on Monday anyway. But, you know, we had a good playthrough of it. Played through it on the PlayStation 4. Didn't get a chance to play the PC version of this, because that was the version that we got into. I didn't play the Xbox One version because I had no hard drive space on my Xbox One. Thanks, Microsoft. 500 gig hard drive. Well done for your next gen system. Same with the PlayStation 4, but you know, I've got less games on the PS4. So that's the platform that I chose to play it on. Other than that, I don't think it really makes a huge difference, to be honest. I think there's the PC version apparently runs really nicely and looks amazing as well, but you know, the PS4 one doesn't look too bad. So it is set in New York, and I think they have done a fantastic job with their recreation of New York. I think it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty authentic, at least. I've never been to New York, so I can't say for certain, but it does look pretty damn authentic. And it looks pretty good. It's got a nice kind of atmosphere to it. Reminds me a bit of Crysis 2, though that was kind of similar. That was an infection outbreak thing set in New York. There was aliens in that. Maybe there'll be aliens in The Division. Who knows? But it did remind me a lot of Crysis 2, especially the opening of it definitely reminded me of Crysis 2. But yeah, pretty good in terms of the graphical front. It runs pretty nicely. There's some nice options though in the PS4 version and the Xbox One version. It's the same options. You can kind of sharpen some of the anti-aliasing a little bit, which is interesting. I don't think you actually adjust the level of anti-aliasing. I think you just adjust where it goes, really is the thing. I think it's sharpen, it's called, which is an interesting option. There's also chromatic aberration. I think I've said that wrong, but never mind. Which takes away a lot of the motion blur and the depth of field effects if you don't like them. It takes away some of the HUD elements as well, so you get a sort of slightly sharper image. I preferred it off, to be honest with you. Did away with some of the extra effects, some of the extra post-processing effects from the game, so you know, there was that option. It was nice to see it on a console game. I just whacked it off. I never really whacked the sharpness slider. I just left it where it was. I don't think it made any real massive impact, but it ran okay on PS4. I don't know what the Xbox One version's like, and didn't get a chance to test it on PC. Really wanted it on PC. Would have been nice to test it on PC, but we got PS4 codes. It's what we had to live with, really. I registered for everything, and just so happens it was a PS4 code that I got, so that's why we played it on PS4. No real preference, to be honest, but it was okay. It was okay. Gameplay wise, I think it's okay. I mean, it is a cover shooter, very, very similar to Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare. The cover system is just lifted straight from that, which is good because the cover system in that was very, very good. It was one of the best features of Ghost Recon. Was it Ghost Recon? Future Soldier wasn't Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfighter was the that was Advanced. What was it? It was called GRAW. It was Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. Advanced Warfare was Call of Duty. There you go. Bit of a brain freak. I knew there was something. Future Soldier. It was Ghost Recon that had the cover system, but it's lifted straight from that, which works pretty well. It works pretty well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it's a pretty good and robust cover system that you got. It is a cover shooter. It is a third-person cover shooter in the style of Gears of War, Ghost Recon, etc. And it does a fairly competent job. It is nice. Moving from cover to cover is nice and smooth. It's done with the press of one button. You can move from sort of corner cover quite easily as well, and it is, you know, quite intuitive. You just hold down the X button on the cover that you want to go to, and the character will run to that cover point. Pretty easy, really. So what did we get with this beta? Well, we got the Madison Square Garden, the Madison Hospital story quest. That was it. Where you establish a base. You've got your medical wing, your tech wing, and your security wing. Now this feeds into your skill system as well. You've got 3 skill trees, if you will. There's also talents and perks as well for each of them, but they weren't available in beta. We only had 2 skills in the medical tree, 1 skill in the tech tree, and 1 skill in the security tree. So think of it as tank, healer, damage kind of thing. The security tree, you had things like a portable shield as well, a la Rainbow Six style. Love playing Rainbow Six with a shield and a pistol. You can play this Rainbow Six style. At least Rainbow Six, what was it? Rainbow Six Vegas it was on Xbox 360. Rainbow Six 3 as well was awesome on the original Xbox with that shield running around Rainbow Six Vegas. Used to do the co-op kind of terrorist hunt mode, I think it was called. That was cool. With your running about with shields. Used to go back to back. Just do that in co-op. That was fun. Do a phalanx. Yeah, not getting through us. That was pretty cool. So you can have that. That's in the security tree. Your tech tree is more of things. There's things like a turret you can summon. You can throw like a sticky bomb. You can also have like a seeker mine and things like that. It's called a seeker mine. It doesn't say what it did. The medic one is of course self-explanatory. You're the healer. Although there are 3 distinct roles to play, it doesn't enforce it in the group play. So, you know, you can do the Madison Hospital. You can do it solo if you want, or you can do it normal mode with a group, or you can do it hard mode with a group. I think you can do it hard mode solo as well. I don't know. I never really tried that, to be honest. But, you know, I tried it hard mode with a group. If you're going with a group, do it in hard mode. Normal mode isn't really a challenge for a group, to be honest. So I would try hard mode at least. Better rewards is the thing, and the enemies have more health. Bullet sponges. They are bullet sponges. That is a downside. The most threatening enemies in the game are melee enemies. God damn them melee enemies. You shoot at them and shoot at them and they just keep coming at you. And then of course they get within melee range and just whack you to death with an axe or a baseball bat or whatever they have. You know, they're just kind of weird, really. It's weird if you think about it. The AI is not the best. You know, the AI is pretty dumb. They tend to just charge at you. Even the range guys just kind of charge at you. They do use cover occasionally, but it's like, you know, I'd use cover now. They do have the odd brain freeze and just run out in the open and just get shot to pieces by you. If you run out in the open, they will shoot you to pieces as well. There are different types of enemies. You've got like boss enemies that have shields and things like that. But if you're playing in hard mode, certainly it is a good challenge, but do it in a group if you're doing hard mode. And don't forget to bring at least one person who's a healer, because you don't have regenerating health. You use med packs. It's always worth taking the healer ability. The healer ability works a lot like Kolto Bomb, essentially. You can tap the button, tap these, I bound mine to the L1 or R1, you can bound them to. You can bind them to, but so L1, if you tap L1, it'll heal yourself. If you hold L1, you can throw it like a Kolto Bomb. Okay, you can throw it like that. And, you know, it's an AoE heal. It'll heal multiple people in the area of effect. And, you know, it's, there are people that run away from you when you try to heal them as well. I was doing grouping with a few people and it's like, why are you running away? I'm trying to heal you. I'm a healer. I exist to heal. I exist to heal you, and then mock you for your noobishness when you die. I died a lot in my first run. Pretty terrible. So, you know, it's like mocking people for being noobs in beta is a bit stupid, really. we're all learning, or we're all here to test, really. It doesn't really matter. The loot system is pretty interesting as well. You've got like the guns with the weapon mods, you get new weapons that drop. The loot system follows a color coding. You've got green and blue are the only 2 I've seen so far. Same with your gear. You've got like a little Dead Space style display on your backpack, which tells you, you know, what your inventory capacity is. You can, of course, upgrade this. You can upgrade all your gear as well. There is going to be a crafting system, but I've never seen too much of that, to be honest. You can break down pieces of gear into crafting material, which is good. I mean, it's good for people. So if you're a loot whore, then you should feel right at home in the Division. Okay, so there's plenty of loot going around. Playing it on hard mode gives you better gear. Simple as that. Playing the missions on hard mode, better gear rewards. I think it is a personal system, the loot. I don't know. I didn't see any need or greed things come up. And every loot I saw, I just picked up anyway. Because, you know, like, screw it. Sprint for the loot and pick it up. I don't think they would put that in the game. I don't think that's in the game. I don't know. I mean, that'd be kind of stupid if it was first person to grab the loot would get it. That'd be kind of dumb. PvP, it would make sense, but you know, in a PvP environment, yeah, it makes sense. You can fight over the loot. But in a PvE sense, nah, not really. But other than that, I enjoyed my time in the Division. It was okay. Will I buy it is the question, or will I recommend that you buy it? Depends. I enjoyed the Destiny beta again, and I enjoyed the Battlefront beta, and look how they turned out. That was the last two major betas I was in. So you know, will it end up like Destiny? I don't know. It's gonna depend on how much content is available. Okay, when it launches. That's the crucial thing. There are going to be areas that are reserved for DLC, which is a slight concern. You know, we don't want the game carved up. If there's a lot to do at launch, and you know, there's a lot of content and good sort of PvE and PvP content at launch. I never tried tried much of the Dark Zone. I walked through the door to the Dark Zone, and there was people just waiting, and there's just a group just ganking everybody who walked through the door. Maybe put some spawn immunity there, or maybe just have you spawn in a random location might be good. In the Dark Zone, at least it would kind of alleviate that, because I just walked through the door, group of people jumped me, a group of 4 just shot to pieces, went through the door again after I respawned, shot to pieces again by a group. So you know, it's like I don't want to do that again. So you know, maybe put some spawn immunity in. You know, but the Dark Zone is interesting. That's the PvP zone, in case you don't know what it is. But yeah, I didn't really get a chance to sample the PvP. So hopefully there's enough PvE and PvP content. We want a decent amount of content. The reason Destiny kind of failed is there was like a week's worth of story content you could beat in like what 7-8 hours for Destiny. There wasn't a lot of solo content, and then it was into endgame, where the endgame was really underdeveloped for Destiny. Really, I never even made it to endgame. I got bored, but a lot of people said it was really underdeveloped unless you knew, had friends, and there was no matchmaking for things like heroic strikes at the time, and there was no matchmaking for raids. What's the deal with that? You know, okay, I mean, I get it, but you have to get 5 friends that stuck Destiny out. That was the problem. Getting 5 friends together that didn't go, this is shit, I ain't playing it anymore. And that was a huge problem for me. You know, it's hard enough in popular MMOs to get people for raids. They should have had an LFR type mode. Just saying that. You know, throwing that out there. A lot of people don't like LFR in WoW, but at least it provides that accessibility. Have some sort of matchmaking for your raid. Even if it's for the old raids, maybe. Even if it's just for them. But at least have some matchmaking. Hopefully, I don't know if there's going to be raid content in the Division. But, you know, if there is, then hopefully they provide us with matchmaking. There is matchmaking for the story instances. Yeah, well, they are instances, I guess. The story instances, the Madison Hospital, which is Madison Square Garden, did have the option to play solo. It had the option to play normal or hard mode as well. You could play them with a group. So it's nice that they provided you the options. I like that. I quite like that. Although a lot of people didn't use the matchmaking, weirdly. You know, I queued for hard mode, and I did get in the first time I played it. And then, you know, the next couple of times I didn't get into, couldn't find anybody. I sat on a Sunday afternoon in matchmaking for about 10 minutes. Nobody for hard mode, so I ended up having to do normal mode. I will do a video on that. Anyway, we'll do that. But anyway, that's my impressions of the Division. I'm still undecided whether to buy it or not. We've been burned before by Ubisoft. I remember Watch Dogs, okay? It has had a graphical downgrade as well. You know, it seems to be a Ubisoft thing of graphically downgrading the game. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. Are you going to buy the Division? Is it going to be another MMO flop like so many others have been, like Destiny has been, and Defiance I thought was a decent game, to be honest with you. I thought Defiance was one of the best sort of console MMOs out there. Underrated, to be honest, but that's my opinion. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you again soon, and goodbye.